everyone, I'm Sarah. Not that long ago, I was sitting here where you all are now. I competed in the Ariki Cup while I was at primary and intermediate school, and in the last few years I managed to get a few placings, which allowed me to be rewarded with a membership to Ariki Athletics Club. I joined up during the winter season, which meant every Saturday I was able to go for a run with a group of other enthusiastic runners. At this point in my life, I loved running so much, I told my parents that all I wanted to do was run. You can imagine my disappointment when I realised the winter season was over and the cross-country season came to an end. However, I didn't stop there. Instead, I started athletics. I was naturally quite talented, but quickly realised if I wanted to take it more seriously, I needed to begin training. So at 11 years old, I started training an additional once a week. At 11, I got my first ever Otago record. It may surprise you, but it was in high jump. I was the smallest on the track, but I was able to jump like no other. When I was 12, I placed second at the National Interprovincials, and when I was 13, I managed to get gold. It was the first time the trophy had ever been in Otago, and I couldn't believe that I'd beaten people from all over New Zealand. My first ever New Zealand representation was when I was 14. I went to Australia to compete in the all-school games, and I managed to get 9th in one of my events and 13th in the other two. I recently just arrived back from Samoa, where I was competing in my first ever open event representing New Zealand. I was competing in the Pacific Games where I ran 100-metre hurdles. However, as I'm only 16, the height of the hurdles was higher than normal, so I had to adapt my training to familiarise myself with this. Pushing through the gruelling heat and constant rain showers, I managed to grab 4th place. Representing your country is an experience that you'll never forget. It's a great sense of pride, wearing the black and white singlet with a throne on your heart. When I was 14, I competed in my second secondary school nationals. Coming into the finals of the 80-metre hurdles, I was ranked 2nd. I desperately wanted to place. I was in my blocks ready to run. The gun sounded and I was in 2nd place, only inches behind the girl in first. With each hurdle, I got closer and closer to the hurdle, trying not to jump too high and wasting time in the air. However, I reached the 3rd last hurdle and I was too low to get over the hurdle. I hit it and came tumbling down. I sat there for a second looking down at the track, then I got up and finished the race. I came off the track and I was devastated. I truly thought the world was going to end. However, as time went by, I realised that you're not always going to win every race. When you fall, that's the time when you really need to believe in yourself. Take a step back and realise there's always another nationals. You may not realise it at the time, and I certainly didn't. But in a few years, you probably won't remember that time you failed. I kept up my training the following year and returned back to national secondary schools and became the junior 80-metre hurdles champion. Athletics has been a great sport for me. I've learned that you can't always win every week. You might fail, but you just have to get back up and keep pushing harder. As the years have gone by, my passion and love for athletics and running has been constantly growing. People always ask me why I spend so many hours at the track, pushing myself to both my physical and mental limits, but all I can tell them is that I love it. I found my one true passion. I've fallen, failed, lost and cried, but I've learnt so much, won and made lifelong friends, all from doing the sport I enjoy. So if you learn anything from what I've said today, remember this. Do what you enjoy. Whatever sport or hobby you do, make sure it makes you happy. Thank you.